What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're doing well today. Today, we're going to be doing my full review of the Ketuo Illusion. Let's get into it. All right, guys, what we're going to do today is we're going to do size comparison, profile comparison. We'll weigh the knife, and then we'll jump into my thoughts and impressions. Let's kick it off with a couple of budget knife comparisons. Here it is against the Civivi Bull Tusk, and here is the Miguron Moyarl. As you can see, the Illusion is what I would consider more of a full-sized EDC, coming in just a little bit longer than the Bull Tusk down on the table. Let's go ahead and move the Moyarl out of the way, and we're going to go ahead and pick up the Para 3 Lightweight for the small size comparison for the USA made comparisons, and then we're going to grab the Spyderco Shaman and put that down here with the Illusion. You can see those are very close in size. Let's go ahead and move the Para 3 out of the way and check the profile comparison out on the Illusion. It is going to be pretty comparable to the Spyderco Shaman, and then the Bull Tusk, which I believe is just a little bit thinner. No, very comparable. Let's go ahead and check the weight out on the Illusion. It feels very lightweight for the size, guys. Hello? Wake up! Wakey, wakey! Wow, I dropped that. 4.1 ounces, really nice weight for a large knife like that. I do like the weight on this. Again, it does feel good in hand, which I really like a lot. All right, let's go ahead and jump into thoughts and impressions. First, we're going to talk about ergos. I like the fact that this is a little bit bigger, but I was a little surprised that when I'm using the cutout, I actually hang off the back of this one. So that extra length is lost by how sharp the incline is to the back of the knife. I was a little disappointed by that, but they do give you, again, that trigger pull style choil here to choke up on, and then you can really kind of do the same thing that you could do on the Triad. Just scooch up a little bit, kind of hang off the back of that ramp there, and almost get all four fingers on there. So, using the 4 choil to me, I think is the best way to leverage this, because you do have that contouring there. As far as in hand, I feel a little bit of sharpness when I go to grab the knife, like if my hand just happens to drag across where that folder is right there, or where the lock bar is, my finger hits that a little bit. When I'm in the choked back position, it's actually pretty comfortable. I do feel this little rounded off part on the pinky a little. It's not sharp, but I kind of feel it poking at me. But the pocket clip works well, really nicely done here. It does clear. It doesn't actually hit the relief cut at all. It clears it completely. So when you're going in and out of the pocket, these are not so bad that you feel it catching at all. It goes in and out really smooth. Access to the lock bar is a little tight. It's a little tight. You get a little tiny bit of relief cut, and then you get the gap here and the radius right there on the lock bar itself to get in there. So it's a little tight for me. If you have slightly smaller hands, I would say medium to large, it's probably not going to be noticeable, or it's not going to be as bad for you. It is easy to kind of push and slide over to disengage, and then it's a little tight for me to go in and lift up and disengage, depending on how you do that. The jimping on the front flipper is much better on this one. Also, I think it has to do with the fact that it's such a proud front flipper. Really works well. The jimping feels a little bit more aggressive on this one than it did on the Triad that I reviewed the other day. So I do like that. Very good action. It has this little fuller that's very hard to detect. You have to really get in there and look at it to see that it's a fuller, and it works really well. I love the sound on this. I can't get in there for the thumb. It's not meant for that, I don't believe. I could be wrong. You might be able to use it, but for me, I don't think it's meant for that. The action on here is really good. It feels like it's running on stamped ceramic bearings, so I do appreciate that very much. Let's go ahead and kick it on down to the garage for the cutting. Hey guys, we are in the garage with the Ketuo Illusion. Bear in mind, this one has a little bit of recurve, and as usual, this one is a pass-around knife, so I don't know what type of testing might have been done before I got a hold of it. That being said, this is just a quick check just to see, how does it feel, gorilla grip, choked up, etc. And then we'll cover all that at the table. So nice factory edge, not noticing any hang up on the recurve from a slicer's perspective. Single ply cardboard. This should be really good. Yeah, it is. You can feel it kind of guiding you where you want to be on this one. And it's an absolute laser beam, no matter where you're putting it on the box. And that edge seems to be holding up pretty well. The only thing I will say is the choke up spot is more like a trigger spot. And when I moved back, I'm hanging off a little bit. Do feel the pocket clip, but nothing really bad. But let's go up to the table to finish this up, and I'll go more in depth with that. Sorry, I'll insert this before I wrap. I forgot to check the draw cut really fast on this one. So you got 2 tips. Let's check the Tonto tip first. So really good there. And then the drop point tip, really good there. I would say for your draw cut, it's going to be a little bit easier to use the Tonto tip, but you do have to put a little bit of force behind it. So we'll insert that in there. And as you can see there, it is a very minor recurve here that you have going on this Tonto blade, and it is a full flat grind, a little bit thicker out on the tip for more strength, a little thinner here in the flats for that smooth cutting. And I think because it is such a subtle recurve blade, it actually slices fairly well. I've noticed that recurves don't usually slice well, especially when you're trying to test the edge, but when you're cutting into materials that have decent thickness to them, it does guide you and pull you into the middle and kind of trap everything. So I like that a lot. This one here is titanium M390, a little bit of a tapper. So it probably is because of the fact that, going in and out of the pocket, it's been like that. Locked up, solid, up and down, side to side, good action. And I think it looks really nice. This one is coming in at $250 for titanium M390 and unique styling. Some alternative recommendations coming right around $200. You could pick up the Miguron Miro. I like that one a lot. I think that's a really good comparison, titanium M390 on both of these. And then another one that I really like is going to be the Kunwu towel line, whether that's the regular towel, the X towel, S towel. They're going to be all very comparable. Now, bear in mind, mine does have a regrind on it. Yours is not going to come looking like that. It is going to have a flat grind, very nice looking blade, and a very good offering. So if you're not able to find this one in stock, or you're not really into the regrinds, I think those are going to be some options that are going to work very well for you. And then the Miro both also has a fuller, and it has that top flipper. Let's jump back into this real quick because I kind of glanced over the sounds. Take a listen to this one, guys. Very clicky clacky. That's not a prerequisite. It's a bonus. I had someone ask me, like, why does it matter what it sounds like? It doesn't matter. I just think it is very satisfying when it has those clicks. And I'm going to do my best not to turn that volume up, but it is very clicky clacky. I like the styling of the Illusion. I don't really like recurves. They're a little bit higher maintenance for stropping and sharpening. But this one here is very subtle, very minor, so I don't think it would be that bad. Also, for me, I don't love the fact that you lose this much section. I mean, it's over a finger's width that you lose on the curving. I know, I get it. It's the styling. I get it. But for me, because I have the larger hands, a little bit of a turn off. So for me, I would probably go with the Miro. And if you like that you have that utility function, I would go with the S towel personally. Both have the front flippers and the fullers, so you're getting that same type of action, and they're very competitive price wise. But I like the build quality on this. I do like the looks. It is very unique and is very different, and I do appreciate that. What are your thoughts about the Illusion? Let me know in the comments down below. Shout out to everyone out there that leaves the likes, uses the links, comments, and is subscribed. Shout out to my viewers. You're going to get that early access to this video. I appreciate the support, guys. Y'all are awesome. I love you. I hope you have a fantastic week. Until next time, peace.